Carl. Those trucks are going up and down the highway.
I've got to cut you off here, mate. It's Genghis here. Now, his namesake Genghis Khan marauded through Europe many, many years ago. Is this man going to maraud through Norway? Is he going to maraud through New Zealand and wipe his co-compatriot Nikolai off the map? We are going to see, but he's got a long way to go. Nikolai's got the wood on him at the moment, but it's Genghis out there at the moment.
Well, I tell you what, there's a saying we've got over here, and it's by Genghis, but by Jingos, so that sounds close to me, but let's just, he's got a bit of the old stinger shuffle going on as he roars around that island there, but he's heading up to the old pork chop, hairpin now.
He's made a hash Rob Coley, but he's got back onto it again. That's a great recovery.
Just a little bit more gas. He's trying to carry a bit more line. The old pressure's coming on. He's wondering about the old underpants probably at the end of the day, and he's just giving it a fistful too much.
Yeah, he's decided that you don't mind having the winner's trophy, loser's trophy, but you don't want to carry him from one end to the other. So that for Genghis is a 57.882, and even though he had that misstep around the top there, he's really got back onto it, and Dean Riddick doing the navigational duties there. So it's sort of funny, the Riddick boys are doing a very good job with these fellas, but I'll tell you, when they all had to rip their shirts off earlier today, it was the Norwegians who won the prize for best looking dudes. Those two fellas from Kiwi land, the two local boys here, my goodness. Well, it's like looking at myself in the mirror, something you don't want to see again.
We are a pretty big beef-eater, beer-drinking country. Of course, we look at the Norwegians and think, holy hell, what are they, racing sardines, I think they were called years ago, and that's exactly what they look like. And I'll tell you what, they're racing like sardines. They're going really good. So
they are going unbelievably well. And the entire crew have been fantastic as well. So check out the wonderful world of sports. I'm sure that'll be available on YouTube and all of the socials, because they'll start putting the links once they produce the program back to the New Zealand Jet Sprint Association Facebook page. But it is now all eyes to Andrew Craig and Scott the Goo Man.
A little bit of a fart in the belch as he left the line. Scott got a gooey. He got a goo man all right, but he's away now.
Yeah, no, he's slinging off, and this boat just not handling the crosswash. So you'll see up the top in the washing machine, the boat just really not digging in and biting, and they're having the same problem coming out of the hairpin. And this is probably costing him up to 1.3, 1.5 seconds a lap, I'd say.
Absolutely. He lost a bit of that, even just out of the start, a good full second. So it won't be his best run. Now he's just starting to get to the business, but here comes that rotten wave that's about to start rolling in. And here it comes as he greets it. Although he's hasn't done too bad. Hasn't done too bad at all to get through it.
Yeah, look, he really he did well, but gee, there was a hesitation. They've got right off the gas at the moment. They're wondering, are we on the rotation proper? No, they've got the wrong way, so they're coming back to have another crack at that.
All he had to do was finish it. Now he's decided he's going to have another go at it, so I think she's all over Mary Wipe Your Leg. He just might as well bring her in.
Yeah, that's about it. That will definitely be a DNF, and there's going to be a clean-up after that one.
Well, he's still circling, so I'm not too sure what he's up to. But all I can tell you, we had a 4-minute mile there before, and this could be close to a 5.
Yeah, they're having a discussion. They're just doing laps out there, and they're probably trying to get some airtime for their sponsors, but we don't have a list of their sponsors, so that's not very beneficial at all.
Yeah, well, okay, he thinks he's back on. We've got an arm down. Certainly, if anything, he might need a fuel stop. He didn't have far to go. Might be looking for BP. He's out of it again.
We're going to need your cousin Matt Manel to kind of calculate that. Matt's actually taken his socks off. I wish he didn't do that.
Yeah, Matt, what's going on down here, mate? This looks a big one. He did come down and give us the print before, but this looks pretty ugly.
He's actually 131. Oh, well, so quicker than Ruben with 141.
Yeah.
Now, that was nearly timed under hourglass.
you could do a boil an egg with that sort of run.
Yeah, he's have a look behind him, mate. We've got one of the most dodgy blokes in jet sprinting has just wandered in behind you there, Matt. And I tell you what, hasn't he? I'd say he's looking splendiferous, but seriously, I couldn't say that with all honesty.
Central House Movers, of course, working for them at the moment, and they have a great local company, well, local as well as down Palmy, but they do
0800 to 438 133. All right, we are going Carl Brensel. Hamish Murray in the jet speed. Now, these guys look like they got plenty left in the tank. So in the earlier qualifying runs, it just didn't seem like they had plenty going. But look, this is looking a little bit better, maybe just slightly underpowered.
Yeah, I certainly think it's an improvement. So nice boat, no paint on it yet. He's looking over there. He's gone that quick earlier. He blew the stickers off. I don't know what happened, but it looks like he's starting to build up a bit of pace.
Or paint his weight, mate. Paint his weight. So
it is too.
You know, if you keep it raw, it's a lightweight hull. You put paint on it, whatever the literage is how many kilos you're throwing on it.
Absolutely. Jenny Craig might be his sponsor, so he's trying to look for weight, get out of it. Not far to go now. Brings around.
Oh no!
Oh, I copped a couple. He's still going, flamed out. Hey kids, if I can have you off that digger, the brand new Matt Harrop digger, that is not a seat and it is not to be stood on. So please get off that item immediately and get on the other side of the fence. Everyone off the digger.
You got in trouble. You got in trouble.
If I call it again, I'll be walking you out. So do not go on property that is not yours.
Thank you very much, youngsters. And that's fairly expensive bit of equipment that is lovely been loaned here. We understand that you want to have a bit of a look at it, but don't touch, get off it.
Yeah, mums and dads, if they're your kids over there, go and get them back, please. They're not meant to be there.
So g'day to my bunches. My bunches of love has just tuned into the live stream over there in the land of the kangaroos, and the way that we just saw the third time lucky machine go out there, I reckon that they've been spending a little bit too much time in Australia, the way that bounced around the track.
Oh, mate, it's great to see we've got such a big live stream audience. It seems to grow and grow and grow. And of course, we know it's worldwide, and we know you all love jet spreading, and hopefully what we're doing is showing you how it's all happening over here in Kiwi land.
Well, mate, we've got Brian Jackson from WA has said g'day. Jody, Ellie, Eli, ELY has said g'day, and plenty of others as we now see Sam Gray come out and face the starter. So Sam Gray, the fisherman from Carter, and Mike Allen, the deckhand from the same place down there in the Wairara region, Nine Lives Racing. And tell you, this bloke, he's been going well all day.
Oh, look, Wairara steam train. Sam Gray, I know he's got a couple of really, really popular guys that come here, actually work in Taranaki, and they come here to watch him. They tell me, Sam Gray, the legend, we're coming here to support him, and he has just been the big improver. A real old hull he's peddling in there, one of Buttercup's early ones.
Yeah, that's right, and I was having a chat to Buttercup the other day, and he said, mate, I regret selling that hull. So there you go. So Sam Gray and Mike Allen now up to the top part of the track, the sweeper, the MTW Group B, a final round of qualifying here. The last chance to dance, last chance to put some points on the board. So across the line, Sam Gray with a 51.320. So this is qualifying round number 4 across all 4 classes, qualifying 4 across all 4 classes. My apologies. I got a little bit ahead of myself. I got too excited with the Hundy, I must have been.
I'll tell you what, it must be getting pretty hot out there. I know there's a lot of sun hats. If you need a bit of fluid, a bit of fuel, go down and see the old often licked, never beaten Mr. Frosty down the end here, or Tinkerbell. He's doing ice creams flat out. If you're hot, go and get a lick. And of course, the TNC catering trailer down the end, got plenty of cold drinks. Give them support.
Bryce Barron, Kylie Barron, from Carterton, LJ Hooker. And look, this pairing, I think during qualifying 2, looking red hot. Bryce just eased it back in a little bit in Q3, Q4. It just doesn't look as aggressive as he was earlier in the day. I'm not sure what the story is there. Just see, maybe my brain slowed down a bit. I don't know.
No, mate, I think you've hit the nail on the head. I talked to him earlier in the day, and he really wanted to nail a couple of down early, get into it. And I think he's just gone off it. He knows there's a good 3 runs. Oh, really wide there, but gets away with it.
That's nearly opening up an apex beyond the universe there. He struggled to get that back into the channel, but get it back he did.
No, he's pulled out of the gas, and unfortunately, when you go a bit slower, things do start to go wrong because you're drifting away, you're not focusing on your job. So it's probably not doing him a bit of harm than good. He probably wants to get back on the gas, back on the pace, because we're going to be in the elims after this.
Yeah,
next time
look,
out.
52.825. So at the moment it is Sam Gray leading the charge with a 51.32. So Sam Gray, then it is that man Bryce Barron. Carl Brentzel still not quite getting enough out of that for mine. And then Genghis and then Andrew Craig with a bit of a disaster.
Here's our local man, Chris Rasmussen. Great to see. Had real bad engine problems. Great to see him back. Beautiful rig, and we really want to get him behind him. I know he wanted a big day. He's been a bit frustrated with the season. Let's see if he can get himself back up there and start leading.
Yeah, look, these guys, Chris and Holly, fantastic couple. They really are, and they do so well. And to have the engine issues that they've had throughout the course of this year, and the bounce back for round number 5 for PSP, the New Zealand Jet Sprint Championships, is just quite amazing, and it's a credit to them. The all-important hairpin shred.
Oh, here you go. Beautifully done. Just hugged it. That's how you do it. That is the best one we've seen in a while go around there. So certainly he's been thinking about it in the break, and he's carrying that boat speed we talked about. He's not mucking around.
Oh, geez, he laid the bow of that right over the island. Only a couple of more centimetres and that would have been all over. Chris Rasmussen across the line there with a 50.733 puts him down the list a little bit.
No, he's straight to the top.
Oh, straight to the top. My apologies.
It was a cracker, mate. He was. I'll tell you what. If he hadn't hugged that island earlier, I think he was looking for a 49. But that was a great run from Chris. He'd be very, very happy with that. Holly doing the job there. That's great to see the locals really coming strong.
I'm still amazed by this drone. Whoever's driving that isn't too bad. Actually, he's got some goggles on, like VR goggles.
Oh, and he cruises along, sees all the corporates,
Look
chases the boats.
He's just brought it just gently back to his seat like he's just reaching out to grab a beer.
Well,
last time I had a go at one of those things, I flew it straight into the ceiling. I thought, right, I better take that outside, and then I flew it straight over the gum tree. All right.
Here we go, Norwegian.
Nikolai.
The flying sardine. That's what I'm going to call them.
That's fair enough too. They don't mind a bit of fish up there in Norway, out of Oslo. They will be coming out of winter at the moment. So anybody watching this live from Oslo, if you go and have a look at the sun, we are hoping for a little bit of that in the future. They've been in 25 hours of darkness per day.
Now he's getting into the business. You just heard him lift the old revs a little bit more as he come down, getting a little bit more confidence. But this is great. The sardine going to his work, and of course he's got one of the Riddick boys, I'll tell by the glove, looks like Aaron. I think I saw the big yellow terror in there. He's got that big glove. He looks like he's he looks like he's a Michael Jackson impersonator with one glove on.
Oh, he eases it off. Oh, geez, he
gets away with it
better than Genghis, but he nearly spun it out. These guys are getting so much quicker. I did have a chat to them during the lunch break. I said, listen, boys, you don't own the boat, right? And they went, yeah. I said, well, foot flat to the floor. Don't worry, get on with it. And they're not following my advice, but they're getting better at following my advice, clearly.
Coming round, good time to finish. Good run, 59, a sub-minute. He'll be very, very happy with that. I'd say it's one of his better runs of the day.
Yeah, so Nikolai quicker, but at the moment, Chris Rasmussen at the top of the table. Then it is Sam Gray, Bryce Barron, Carl Brentzel, Genghis, Nikolai and Andrew Craig. So we are now going to move into the Mike's Transport Warehouse LS Class qualifying round number 4. Paddy Hayden and Jay Hayden, great to see them back into the sport after a couple of years hiatus after, a big stack in the superboats there in Wanganui. They decided to take some time off, come back into this LS category, and just the engine management system just not allowing all 8 cylinders to run coherently.
Yeah, he'll be frustrated. I know I talked to Jade earlier and she was big smile on her face, couldn't wait to get back at her in the boat. Paddy looked quite calm, normally he's pretty intense and ready to win and chase down, but like I say, brand new package here this weekend. Come all the way from Auckland, only ran it once I believe at Auckland 2 or 3 days ago before they came down here, so